Welcome to today's video where we are back at the shop, and in fact, it's actually your favorite kind of vlog. This is a Sam the Builder episode because we're gonna be starting to paint the walls today. We got some fresh white paint for these walls, and a bunch of you guys are telling me to get an electric paint sprayer. So I jumped on Amazon over here and I found this guy. The container holds about 1 liter of paint, which is probably enough. Like, we're gonna have to keep going backwards and forwards just as much as you would with the roller, I guess. But yeah, apparently I can plug this in and just spray the paint on the walls, and I don't know. This thing only costs $50, so I don't know if it's actually gonna be any good. Let's find out together. But I think the first wall that I'm gonna paint today is this one. We're going to clean up around the window sills and stuff. And what I'm going to do is pretty much just put a piece of paper and stuff and tape around the windows so we don't paint anything on the glass. I think I'm just gonna paint this wood here too, might as well. I think it'll make it look better. But yeah, we're gonna go all the way up to the top, all the way around, cover up any of this stuff, the fire stuff and whatnot, and any PowerPoints and stuff over here. But yeah, I don't know if I showed you guys, but the builder came out and replaced pretty much any of the panels that had holes in them. So you can see there's like big squares cut out everywhere and stuff, where he's just replaced it and put in, and like all the holes up there next to the power boards have been fixed, that big white square up there. There's a few little ones here too, and that one up there. But yeah, all fixed, ready to paint. Gonna get started taping things up, time lapse now. Finished taping and masking up everything, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of like, it's a bit frustrating. I'm not sure if it's faster to use this or not yet, just because like with all the masking and stuff you have to do, that's obviously time consuming. And I feel like if it was a huge wall like this, and you just put the thing down across the floor, and everything was the same color, it'd be so much easier, you know, you don't have to mask anything. But like with windows and PowerPoints and all that kind of stuff, if you're doing a bunch of tedious masking, it's a pain in the butt. But then you still have to mask a lot of this stuff when you're rolling, especially like PowerPoints and stuff and whatnot. So I guess it kind of worked out to be faster. I've made a huge mess of white paint there, but I've already got some paint loaded into the gun. And I have not tested this yet. I'm gonna have to get a normal extension lead because the cable that came off this thing going into that heavy thing just won't work. But let's pull the trigger together, shall we? Shake her up a bit. Let's see what she's like. Nothing's coming out. Something's supposed to be coming out right now. Just turn the wheel on to max. It's spraying paint. That does not look that good. We may have wasted our time and money on this, boys. If that's as thick as it comes out, then this is gonna take a very, very, very long time. This is definitely not gonna work. We're gonna be going back to the roller at this rate. Wow. All right, let me play with some settings and see if we can get this thing to spray out thicker and better, because that's appalling. All right, so I figured out what was wrong with the paint sprayer. For it to be like a much wider spray, obviously the paint can't be too thick, otherwise it can't suck it up. So I just diluted it with some more water and that fixed the problem right away. But that aside, a guy just dropped by and grabbed the 2 Recaros that were in the Evo, and the dude was super nice as well. He literally DM'd me and was here the same day, paid cash. And I think the most exciting thing about it is this guy, he's young, he's 19. He is currently doing the scuba circuit, like grip and time attack school. So he's trying to be a really, really good driver. And I just think it's cool that those seats are going to someone who's gonna put them in their grip car, and it's gonna better them and help them get to where they wanna be. So I think that's really sick. But anyways, I'm gonna get back to painting. I'm still, like, this is weird, like, to get the same consistency across it. I think 2 coats is probably what we're gonna need, but shake this up, you guys can see here just how much better this is now. Hang on. There we go, look at that, way wider. Still not as wide as what I would have hoped it was gonna do, but it's a lot more manageable now. Can definitely use this. So, I'm gonna try and hit this whole wall, and then we'll see what it looks like when we're done. I think the amount of time it took me to paint this wall, it probably would have been way faster to just use a roller. Yeah, look, don't get me wrong, I know it was my first time using it, so extra time goes into that, but just it doesn't spread right. It's very difficult. I think this is just because this is a very cheap thing, and I think it's like meant for just like painting things you don't really care about, like just to put some color on them. And if I had a real proper machine, it'd be a different story. Like this thing, like it doesn't even like I'm not even worried about getting overspray on my cars because it just doesn't put that much out at all. But yeah, I'm pretty disappointed with it, honestly. I'm a little bit upset that I spent all this time painting this wall to now pretty much create more work for me, because I still have to put another coat on this because it looks so bad and blotchy. The camera may not show it, but it is bad. Like if you look at it from certain angles, it is blotchy and just all over the place. I mean, it definitely looks better than what was there previously. And I mean, like I'm not going for the world's best paint job. Like, I mean, like I'm even leaving like all these marks on the wall here and just painting over them because like I don't care about the like, it looks like, where they've stuck this stuff over here, where like the first like paper layer of the board gets peeled off. Like I don't even care about that. Like I'm just leaving all of that and painting right over the top of it. So, yeah, a bit disappointed. I'm also disappointed in the color. This was supposed to be like just flat white, and it's more of like a cream color. I don't know if the camera shows it, but I mean, it's not bad. I'm really just annoyed and upset and frustrated right now about the amount of time I spent doing this. And don't get me wrong, this tool is great for doing little things like, getting the edges along here and stuff with the black paint, and, doing up around all of that stuff up there. I'm definitely going to use it up there. But for an entire wall, no way. Absolutely no way. It was fun though, definitely a learning experience, but yeah, I'm gonna call it a little bit of a fail, and now I gotta clean up and clean the machine thing out, but I'll definitely use it for, like I said, all those little intricate places and stuff. That'll make it so much easier. But yeah, I'm not using this for painting an entire wall ever again, just for the little edges and stuff. Also, I had to put this paper here because the spray, like there was, we got some on the black wall, there was no doubt about it. But yeah, I've got to do a second coat on this anyways. But yeah, bit bummed. I got so frustrated about that stupid paint thing. I think we're gonna do an ASMR coffee time, which by the way, I'm not sure where this can of coffee came from. It was in my chair randomly. And I know Jeff wasn't here today, So I'm trying to figure out if May's surprising me or if maybe the guy that came and got my bride seats, if he put this in there as a nice surprise as well. But either way, nice Black Boss, gold. Just heated it up on the top of the thing. Let's pop this. Not bad. Cheers, boys. Oh, that is nice and hot. Time to turn this thing off and head home for the day. Back home now, and I know today's video is going to be really short just because of how things went at the shop and whatnot. I just decided, like, recently I've been really enjoying, May's got a whole bunch of time off work and stuff, so it feels really good to be able to spend that time with her. You know, we both work really hard at what we do. Obviously, I'm making content every day, and she's doing a full-time job and generally works 6 days a week. That's generally just how it is here in Japan. But yeah, anyways, that aside, I wanted to show you guys a new product that's going to be dropping with the new merch drop in a few weeks. So in the merch room now, and everything's looking pretty bare, except these damn Yada shirts won't sell. But these new lanyards are going to be dropping with all the new stuff. And if you saw my hoodie today, this is the same logo design that is on the sleeves of the hoodie. I think these look amazing and really nice quality. I'm pumped on them. They're the ones that have the clip here and the little thing there so you can clip them onto your keys, as well as you also got the clip up here obviously to separate them. But I'm really excited about these. I got a small batch of them made up. It's about a couple hundred or so. So hopefully they do well. We still got all the usual stuff. These things aren't on the site anymore, but I just throw them in random orders when people grab a bunch of stuff and whatnot. We've obviously still got the flight tags. Probably soon I'm going to come out with a few new designs of these as well. We've got the Save the Legend air fresheners, the good old SAMMIT air fresheners too. But yeah, that's about it. There's only a few like Function Over Form and Save the Legend shirts. We actually still have some XLs left to this, but these will probably be gone by the time the next drop happens anyways. Also, just really quickly, with international orders, so for anyone outside of Japan, if you are ordering merch, we are no longer going to be using JP Post, Japan Post. I'm sure you've experienced delays and problems getting your merch, and that is just because of all the issues with JP Post and their restrictions and suspensions due to the pandemic. It's not cool, and I've just run into a lot of problems with them. Like, they've been sending people's packages back to me and just stamping on them that they reserve the right to send back a package without giving a reason. And I suspect they never even made it to the States, and they just somehow like fell out of the bag or something locally here, and it took them months before they figured it out and then just sent it back to me. Like, it's just really frustrating. So moving forward, DHL Express is the only service we are offering now. And the best thing about that is you guys are gonna get your merch within 3 business days, unless there's any delays or anything like that. But even if there is, it'll only be like an extra day. 3 business days, you will have your merch. That's so good. And it does cost a little bit more, but full tracking and sign-on delivery, it is super legit. Plus, if for some reason your address is entered incorrectly, they're gonna call you, like literally call your cell phone number that you've put on the order, and they'll sort it out with you locally. Or if there's any delivery issues and stuff, you can change the delivery address to your new location and things like that. It's just so much better, so much easier. And during the entire pandemic, they were not affected whatsoever. Sure, packages weren't getting delivered in 3 business days, maybe 4 or 5, but that was it. It's just, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, obviously I know JP Post was awesome for saving a lot of money with shipping and things like that, especially for you guys when you're ordering small packages like, you know, stickers and things like that. You could just get this shipped for like $3 or $4 internationally in an envelope. But now DHL, I think the minimum is like, you know, you've got to buy a couple items at the same time, otherwise it's not really worth it. So I think at the bottom line, it is gonna end up hurting like my profit a bit, but I think at the end of the day, you guys are going to be getting a much higher quality service for the money that you're paying, and for your merch, you're going to get it right away. There's no crazy delays, no wasted time with emailing backwards and forwards, wondering if it's going to ever arrive, me having to credit you, refund you, whatever. And I just think it's overall going to be a better merch experience for you guys, because that's what I want at the end of the day, is that you guys are happy. And it makes me extremely happy when I see you guys wearing my merch and excited about it. The last thing I want is you guys to be bummed because you had to wait
3, 4, 5 months for stuff to arrive. So with that, I think we're gonna head back in the room and wrap this up.
So get excited, new merch should be all arriving end of this week roughly. And then that means I just gotta do some photo shoots with models and whatnot, get everything up on the online store ready, and then we'll be doing the drop. Don't forget though, when this drop goes live, there are very limited numbers of the beanies and hoodies that I am releasing. I did not get a whole bunch made because this is the first time I've ever made them and I don't know how well they're gonna do. Also, new Ichigo Zoku shirt, entirely new design and series, limited amount of those, and 100 Reasons to Drive Chaser shirt coming as well. So make sure you guys don't sleep on that when all the announcements go live. Keep an eye out on all the social medias and you won't miss out. With that guys, smash that like button, write a comment and subscribe. I hope you don't mind this short video and a bit of self-promo at the end, but I will catch you all in tomorrow's video. May's coming to the shop with me. We're gonna tag team those walls. We're gonna get that whole place looking mint. It's gonna be good. Peace out. Ciao mata.